Hey, what is up? Welcome back to Freed's First Time. I am Freed. If you're new to the channel, I'm just your average consumer that likes to talk about world whiskeys. I can give you my nosing and tasting notes and ultimately tell you whether I think it's worth it or not. And if you stick around at the end, I'm going to give it a music pairing as well. So if that seems like something you would enjoy, or continue to enjoy, hit the subscribe button. Have you yet? If you haven't, why? In all honesty, how are you not doing this? It's right there. It's just right there. I mean, just click it. It'll help me. It'll make me really happy. And it's free for you. So, we are reaching the very end of our Kavalan journey. We have tried a lot of their stuff, 10 to be exact, and we are finishing our trip with the Oloroso Sherry Cask Solist. And at the very end of this, along with the music pairing, I'm going to give you my 5 ranked, of the 5 that we tried, Solist rankings. And yeah, I think you won't be surprised as to what it is. So anyways, into this one. This is the Oloroso Sherry Cask Solist. And not to be confused with the Oloroso Sherry Cask 46%er by Kavalan or the Solist Sherry Cask. Not the same. Although I do hear that the Solist Sherry Cask is mostly matured and or finished in Oloroso barrels, but this one is on the label. Cool. So 55.6% ABV, which is barrel strength for this, non-chill filtered, non-colored, single barrel. So if the flavor notes that I give you aren't finding in yours, that's okay, because there will be some flavor variation because they're all single barrels. Not a big deal. The price I paid for this, I paid $135 USD, but keep in mind, I'm in China, this is from Taiwan. It will be a little bit cheaper for me. So if you can't find it for that price in the States, it will not be surprising whatsoever, because I hear the Solist line in the States, the prices are just through the roof, and that's a damn shame, because these need to be enjoyed. And I think from what I've seen, the actual prices have exceeded the quality of this juice. Now, I'm not saying this is bad, but I'm just saying paying $400 for anything consumable is insane. Insane. So at the end, I'll give you a price of what I think this should be. And yeah, and then we'll just cover that when we get to it. So let's just cover the age. This is, you can see there is the barreling date there. On the back they have the bottling date, and they even have the time, which is spectacular. It was bottled at 2:45 p.m. China time. And this thing is basically, almost to the day, 5 years old, which for the Solist line, that's relatively young. Usually I'm finding it's between 5 and 7 or 8 years old. Now this is just barely 5 years old. Look at this color, dude. It's due to the subtropical climate of Taiwan, rapid maturation. It's just a beautiful thing, way with the future. We're going to be getting some amazing, amazing things coming out of this distillery in the future, I promise. At half the time it's going to take for a Scotch whiskey to come out, which is wonderful. So, what's the underlying theme here? Does it have to be old to be good? And all this pricey stuff isn't always good. Take it from me. So, let's get into the nose on this Mama Jamel. Yep. That's a sherried whiskey. We got deep, rich sherry notes. We got prunes. We got raisins. We got river rocks. Creamsicles. I'm getting just a touch of the Kavalan house style citrusy tropical fruit notes coming through, almost like a chocolatey orange. Like a brownies, creme brulee. But it's not, I mean, it's bizarre because all the things that I just mentioned, you kind of connotate with sweetness, and you're not getting a whole lot of sweetness. Oloroso, if you look at a spectrum of sherries, the Oloroso is kind of, it's an oxidized sherry, hence the color. And it's a little bit sweet, but it's more on the dry side. So you're hearing me just say a lot of sweet things, but, and there is some sweetness to it, but it's not cloying by any means. It's just, it's great. And this is just a beautiful Kavalan nose. All the Kavalan noses are, from my opinion and my experience, are just so tasty. Does the palate match the nose? No. Not every time. Not every time. But this does continue with the beautiful Kavalan noses. That's nice. That's good stuff. All right, so I've not put any water in this yet. We'll do this together for the first time, and we'll try this out. So I'm gonna give it a taste. Give it a try real quick. All right, Kampe. Immediately, it just covers every area of your mouth. It's got a very mild burn. It's very sherry, deep, rich sherry notes. We got the prunes, we got the raisins. Those brownies are still there, man. I'm telling you, but it's more like a rum raisin brownie. Kind of like a deep, I don't want to say Christmas cake. That's just overused, I think. But it's kind of like a nice, like a raisin nut bread that you just pour booze onto. It's so good. It's nice. Yeah, but that's honestly, dude, that's about it. There's not a whole lot to it. I expected more. I expected more complexity and some more nuance to this, and it's just not there. Maybe it's me. Maybe I need to just keep going. Maybe it'll change down the bottle, and all of those could be a yes, but all of those could be a no. I'm just telling you, though, I think I expected more. I don't know. Maybe I put it on a pedestal. Maybe I just thought this was going to be an earth-shattering, life-changing experience. Hence why I saved it for last. And it's just not. It's good. It's good. But 240 to 350 in the States, good? No. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. And I love sherried whiskeys. But I would buy an Aberlour A'bunadh before I'd buy this, and that's like $100 cheaper. Actually, more than $100 cheaper, and I think it's way better. And one of my next videos, I think, is going to be a head-to-head between this, the A'bunadh, and the Aaron Sherry Cask Strength. So I'm pretty excited about that. This should be fun. I'm going to do it blind. It should be fun. But yeah, I would definitely go with the A'bunadh before this. Which stinks, man. I really had high hopes for this. I had friends back home say, man, you gotta try this one. This one's my favorite out of the lot. And I'm sorry. It's just not hitting me. Not hitting me the way I thought it would. And I hope I'm not shitting all over this to the point to where you think it's bad, because it's not. It is a very primo, beautifully done sherried whiskey. I just had higher hopes, and it's a damn shame, but I'm gonna put water into it now. The finish, I would say, is medium to long, kind of pushing more on the long side. I'm getting a little bit of like a pipe tobacco, cigar/pipe tobacco. It is dry, quite dry, and yeah, that's actually kind of nice. I dig it. And it's just, you know, stewed fruits. Now, adding a little bit of water has chilled the nose out a little bit. It has actually brought some sweetness front and center, which isn't too bad. But still, I'm getting that dry, that pruny note. Not a plum, not the juicy plum.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market. Special 2 plums for 1.
But like a dry, candied prune almost. Let's go back in. I don't know if I mentioned the legs on this baby. Holy moly. They are leggy. This is Tina Turner. Viscous stuff. The water hasn't done much, unfortunately. I probably could have given it some time to, you know, work its magic. And if I do, I'll put an update in this video. No update, no change. Cool. Now I'm gonna let that chill. So while I do let that hang out, I'm gonna give you my music pairing for this whiskey. It's a hip hop song. It is called Side to Side by Blackalicious. It's from their 2005 The Craft album. It's about 3 gentlemen that go to a nightclub. They see some ladies that they would like to get to know a little bit better, and it's a little mini story of each guy approaching the lady and finding that they aren't exactly what they thought they would be. The first guy, it turns out, intellectually, the woman didn't meet his standards. Secondly, the woman was a bit of too much of a party girl, and she went a little over his head. Now, the first two was the lady being not what they wanted. But the third one, he flipped the script. He was the inferior one. And it's great. But the underlying theme of all of it is, and they say this multiple times, is just shut up and ride the groove. And that's what I think we should do with this glass. I mean, don't try to compare it to so many other things. I mean, I do understand the irony of what I just said compared to what I said like 3 minutes ago. Just love it for what it is. Be here in the moment and enjoy it. And just ride the groove. And that's all. Nice. Okay, so my list of top 5. So remember, I only tried 5 of these Solists. And here are the winners. Or yeah, they're all winners though, aren't they? I mean, they're all really good. They're all really good. They're just the ones that I just think were better than the others. Number 5, the Brandy Oak. I gotta revisit that one, dude. I really do. That was not for me. That was just so hot, and that heat and spice kind of just overwhelmed any little flavor that was in there. And even adding water, it was just hot, too hot for me. So I want to revisit that. But for right now, that's it. Number 5. Number 2. Oh, sorry, number 2. Number 4. This one. Unfortunately, I had high hopes for this. I was really excited about it when I got it in the mail, and it just didn't land for me where I thought it should. And now that's maybe my own fault. Maybe I just did put it on a pedestal, put it too high. But no, again, it's a beautifully sherried whiskey. It's gorgeous. But is it better than the Abu Na? Even the Aaron sherried would give this a run for its money. But I'm excited to do a blind tasting for those. So, Oloroso Sherry Cask, number 4. Number 3, ex-bourbon. That was surprisingly good, because I remember trying that in a bar, and I wasn't too impressed, but I don't do well in social situations trying a whiskey for the first time. I'm very easily influenced, I'm very easily overwhelmed, and I need to sit and focus. But when I actually had a chance to sit and properly introduce myself to the ex-bourbon, I really enjoyed it, and I really hope I get an opportunity to buy a bottle of that for a decent price. So number 3, ex-bourbon. Number 2, it was number 2 and number 1. It was a battle royale. But I'm gonna put the Fino at number 2. Fucking delicious. That stuff was so good, which should be a testament to how good number 1, the Vino Barrique, really was. That stuff was absolutely delicious. The Fino and the Vino Barrique, it's a win. It's an absolute win. If you see them for a decent price, buy them, gobble them up, because they are so good, in my opinion. And it was a tough fight between the Fino and the Vino. Yeah, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. My list stands. So that's that. So yeah, so thank you for sticking around for as long as you have. And I do realize there are oceans of whiskey tubers out there, and the fact that you've decided to watch me, it means a lot. You might not think so, but it really does. And it keeps me motivated and keeps me wanting to push on. That sub number, that sucks. We could do better. So please subscribe, and we'll keep on keeping on. I just want to talk to you and spread the love and listen to music and laugh. And if that's something you like to do, then let's do it together. All right, well, thanks for sticking around, and we will see you next time.